How's it going, people? First video on the geckos. These are going to be the first two baby geckos that my male and female these are the first two baby geckos from the pairing of my male and female. We had these two hatch out January 2nd. This video is posted January 6th. And this is just a little tutorial on the basic care of geckos. As you can see, I have a 3-tier little plastic drawer thing. This is a temporary setup for the babies to be housed in before they go to their permanent homes. These two here are going to be going out to two individuals, my sister and my niece. But this is just housing these babies here for now, for the first week, to make sure they're actually healthy, they're eating, and they're passing their poop fine. So, as you can see in here, I have 3 hides. This one here is the cold hide or the cool hide. This one here is a moist hide. I keep the moist hide on the cooler side. That way the warmer side doesn't actually evaporate the water. And then of course I have the little dish here for the calcium and vitamin mix dish here. That way they can go there whenever they need it, whenever they feel like they need it, they have it. That there's just a water top. I have a small one there now, so that way if the babies were to climb in it, they wouldn't drown. This small cap is shallow enough to where they can get in there and be able to easily climb out of it. This here is a food dish. See that little guy there? They're fairly small. I keep the food in here. Half of it actually comes off. So for now, it's still on there because I'm letting them get adjusted to their home before actually offering food. The food is there. They do climb in there and they want to get the food, they have that ability to do so. But to keep the worms from climbing out, I leave the top half on. Then I have a hide here, warm hide, and then there's another hide there that's also a warm hide. Since there's 2 baby geckos in here, I'm leaving options available for them both. They're small, they're not going to fight for space or nothing. It's well more than enough space for both of them. They both should be females, so there's no issues on, you know, territory kind of thing. You can house 2 females together. It's best to house them solo when they become adults, but as they're babies, it's fine. So this is a little setup. So what you would need, again, is 3 hides. Cold hide, moist hide there, and a warm hide. I have 2 warm hides because there's 2 babies in here. Again, this is well more than enough space for both of them, but I leave it as an option. If one goes in here and the other one goes in here, that's fine. They'd be fine. So for heating, I have this here. I have a heat mat. Let me get under it. So there's a heat mat here. This is enclosed in plastic or laminated or something. I don't know what it is. But basically it's a non-stick heat mat. This heat mat is perfectly fine on plastic. Glass, wood, it's not going to get hot enough to where it'll start a fire. This heat mat also has a dial adjuster thing, and how I measure the temperature is I have a single thermometer, and as you can see, the temp now is 88.7. I just turned this on, well, 88.9, so it's going to go up to about 90, 91, and I'm going to turn it down and leave it for about 10 minutes to come back and check it to make sure the temp is staying at a roughly 91 degrees max. So have a thermometer to measure the temperature, heat mat to give the temp, get warm. You need a warm hide, cold hide, and then moist hide. Food, or a water dish, calcium dish. I again put vitamin powder in there as well. And then you need a food dish. That is the basic setup for a leopard gecko. For substrate, a lot of people use paper towel. There's people out there use loose substrate, like my ball python, like that's wood chips. Some people use sand and stuff like that. For the ease of cleanup, paper towel or shelf liner is what this is. I basically cut this to size to fit inside this container here, and then just laid it down. That way I can, I can remove it out if I need to, clean it, wash it, whatever, put it back in there one time. I mean, it's multiple use lining, so this is the basic setup. So, this cost wise, these came in a pack of 6. I'm sorry, pack of 3. What this is a little rubberized dish thing, bowl, that I basically cut a hole in the front of it. That one there, you can tell that the bottom opening is actually cut all the way off. On this one, I left it because it actually keeps the integrity of the shape. With that one, it actually bowed. It basically did that, and it wasn't flat. So with this one, I left it on there to kind of keep it more straight. And I just bent it, but it holds the shape better. So I redid it. But these were $2.98 for a pack of 3. This dish here, I think, was like $8.99 on Amazon. Top was free because it came off of a consumable lid, or it's a consumable lid. This one here is just a container that the geckos actually came in, my male or female came in. So I kept it, and I'm using it for moist hide. You can always change it out, put a mason jar, or even one of these things here. You can take this, cut a hole in it, and put paper towel under it to help keep the moisture up, or you can put sphagnum moss, something that's going to retain moisture. Of course, the lid came from another small plastic container. It's free. Shelf liner. Get Walmart. Not exactly sure how much they cost, because I've had this for a while. So the deal here, I think, was 15 bucks, I think. So roughly about less than 30 bucks, you can pretty much have your setup. Oh no, take that back, not less than 30. This was $8.99 in a pack of 2 off Amazon, and then the heat mat was $11.99 off Amazon as well. So less than 50 bucks, you can have a setup for 3 geckos. Yeah, that's just a simple setup. If you were to use all 3 instead of using just one heat mat, for the same price, you can actually get heat tape and run it from the top to the bottom. And there's like, you can apply it to the back of the thing or something. I don't know. I chose to go with a heat mat instead of heat tape because I do not plan to keep all 3 geckos in here. I just bought this because I need it anyway, and this is a temporary storage home for the geckos, for the babies, until they go to their rightful homes. So that's just a quick video on what you need for the care of geckos. Oh, for what they eat, is mealworms. Let's see if that focuses. Okay, so these are live mealworms. For 25 count at Pet Food Center, they're $2.49. They actually went up. They used to be cheaper, but I have a 25 count for the babies, and then I have a 100 count for my adults. For those who I know is going to watch this video, I'm gonna show you what the mealworms looks like. Make it easy. Oh, come here. So this is a mealworm. They don't bite. Focus. All right. So that's a mealworm. I know some might say it's gross, ill, nasty. It's not that big a deal. They don't bite. It's just a little freaking worm. Or you can buy crickets. They do eat crickets. Once they get older, the food choice, kind of grows a little bit. You can do super worms, stuff like that, or dubia roaches. But for babies, I'm going to be keeping these two on mealworms and small crickets. So there's a basic video on just a simple basic care of baby geckos or adult geckos. You can keep an adult gecko just the same way. So if you have any questions or comments, please do so below. Like this video, share this video. You can share the link to YouTube for it, and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, baby geckos. Oh wait, let's actually see the babies. They were bred from there's one. Oh, he actually, I don't know how that worm got there. Maybe he or she, it should be a female. They were bred or egged, incubated. I can't talk. They were incubated to be female, so that should be a female. But the parent is the mom is a snow-bowed het bale, and then the dad is a bowed bale. And I think the other baby is under here. Yep, there he is. Come here, little doohickey. There you are. So there's the other one. He was actually darker, or she was actually darker when it first came out, and I don't know how or why I thought it was another genetic, a more expensive genetic, and it threw me for a loop. And I was like, there's no way in the world that it should have came out the way it did. But after its first shed, it actually lightened up quite a bit. So now let's see them together. You can see how different they are. Those are just the first two babies of the year. Awesome. There's two more waiting to hatch out. They should be hatching out here in the next 30 days. They haven't been incubating very long. So I would do a video on those. Hopefully I can catch it whenever they're actually coming out of the egg. These two here hatched out overnight and I didn't even know it. I walked in one day just to check on them in the incubator, and there they were. So again, if you have any questions, comment below. I'll see you guys on the next one.